Peace, 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 family. How y'all doing? Welcome, tribe. Welcome, tribe. We're here with another episode of Will to Heal. What it looks like to heal, evolve, and love. We've already touched on two amazing topics with two great episodes. The first one was on accountability. The second one was on family versus tribe. Just talking about the difference between family and tribe and how to kind of adjust yourself to knowing who you're trying to attract. Today we're talking about another amazing topic, another important topic, and that is faith. That's faith. And we're talking, the name of this episode is What the Fuck is Faith? I know that might sound a little graphic, but seriously, it's like, what is faith? Like, if you grew up in the church, you were taught that faith is, having belief in the unseen. Having faith is having a belief and a confidence in something unknown. They just told us have faith. You know what I mean? Grandma said, have faith, baby. It's going to be all right. Mama told us, just have faith. It's going to be all right. Everything's going to work out. But really, we were never taught, like, beyond that, what is faith? Faith is a lot deeper than just blind trust. All right? So today we're going to talk about that, and we're just going to dive into it straight up. We're not going to hold back. Welcome to another episode of Will to Heal. All right, so listen, faith. I like to give you definitions. I like to look up different sources and find different variations of a word and break it down so that we can have a better understanding of what it really is. So due to my research, I found, that first definition that's in most dictionaries. Faith is trust or confidence in something. Basic, simple. Trust or confidence in something. That doesn't give us much. You know what I mean? When they just put that something on it, that doesn't really break it down even, far enough to where I'm satisfied. I don't know about you, but I like to be, given a well-rounded definition of what something really is. So let's break it down. I did some more research. Excuse me. I did some more research. I looked into a book that I'm reading. It's called Think and Grow Rich. I don't know if you can see the title, but Think and Grow Rich. This is a book that I try to get into, every day, every other day. I'm not an avid reader to where I read pages after page after page after page, but I do listen to a lot of audiobooks. And if you're a person like me who doesn't have a lot of time, I suggest that you really go through that YouTube, that audiobook file, that audiobook category, and find different audiobooks that feed your soul, that feed your mind. There's a lot of jewels on YouTube. You don't have to buy 100 books. You don't need a huge library nowadays. You can have your audiobooks. So through the book that I'm reading right now, they broke down faith in a beautiful way. It says faith is an energy force. Oh, that touched my soul. I don't know about you, but that touched my soul. Faith is an energy force. Now that's when we starting to really get deeper into what faith really is and how we can use faith to kind of work on our healing, and also connect with our manifestations. So faith is a healing force. They also said faith is an emotion that ignites the passion of your soul. They connected faith with an emotion. So when you think about faith, you can connect that with different emotions like love. Think about that feeling, that warmth, that energy that you have when you're in love, when you love somebody, when you're around somebody that you love, when you're thinking about somebody that you love. Another emotion that they connected that's on the same frequency as faith is sex. Whew, let's talk about it. So think about that energy. Think about that fire. Think about that vibration that your body gives off when you're in the midst of or even thinking about sex. So when we think about that, We think about sex, we can immediately understand what that feels like. Think about love, we can immediately feel what that feels like. Then we connect emotions, the emotion of faith with that. These are all emotions on the same frequency. So now we're breaking it down even further, you feel me? So faith is an emotion that ignites the passion of your soul. Ooh, boy, boy, boy. That one was one that really touched my heart, and I held on to that. They also said faith is an antidote to failure. It actually said the only antidote. I found another resource that said faith is the only antidote for failure. And when they're saying, when they talk about that, they're talking about, when we come up across these life challenges and these struggles and these things that take time to develop, and we don't get it right the first time, the only thing that gets us up and pushes us farther is the faith, the belief that we need to be on the other side of the fence. We need to learn this skill. We need to build. We need to jump this fence. We need to get over this hurdle, overcome this challenge, and make it to the other side. And faith is that antidote that makes us forget the failures. Think about a baby that falls 100 times trying to walk. By the time they're 2, they don't even remember falling. By the time they're 3, by the time they're 18, 20, we don't even remember falling 1,000,000 times. But I've seen it. I'm blessed to be able to witness it. You know what I mean? Through my son and my children. So that was a beautiful description of faith as well. Another one, this is the one that kind of ties into what our grandmothers and our mothers and the elders within the religions that we might have been brought up under, or even if you were brought up under spirituality. When they said, have faith, just have faith, baby. That faith is the basis of all miracles which cannot be explained through science. You dig? Faith is the basis of all miracles that cannot be explained through science. Sometimes we get through situations and we're like, I don't know how I made it. I just have faith to just keep going, to overcome failure. And I made it. There's no answer. There's no logical reasoning. I just made it. I pushed through and made it happen. That's what they're talking about when they tell us have faith. You dig? So as we move forward, all right, now we have a better understanding of what faith is. Now let's talk about, how do you develop faith? How do you develop that wholehearted knowingness that this will be okay? How do you develop that sense of confidence, knowing like, yo, this is gonna work out? This is a couple ways. Through repetition of thought. Repetition of thought is basically another way of saying training your brain or tricking your brain. Your brain is a computer. You download information into it, it begins to process it with the way that it processes all of the information that's been downloaded into it. And sometimes you have to download it until you get it. It's like learning another language. So with certain elements of faith, we have to continue to remind ourselves, and I like to use this quote, remember to remember. We have to remember to remember that God is good. We have to remember that we're going to make it through this. We have to remember that God isn't going to give us, the universe isn't going to give us anything that we can't handle. Even if we feel like we can't handle it, trust and believe, have faith that you can handle it. You dig? So another way of developing faith is through experience. And again, connecting it with that slogan, remember to remember. You have to recall those times when you felt like, all right, I don't know how I'm going to make it through this. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't know where this meal's going to come from. I don't know how my rent is going to get paid. I don't know how I'm going to get this new job. I don't know how I'm going to connect this dot to this dot all the way over there. I have no idea. But remembering that we've done it before, remembering that there have been miracles that have been answered, there have been prayers that have been answered, there have been miracles that we have seen, that we've experienced. Remembering those experiences helps us to develop faith in the now, in whatever trials, whatever struggles, whatever challenges we're going through right now. You dig? So yeah, These two ways are great ways to develop faith. And it all starts with that slogan, remember to remember. Write that down if you need to. Remember to remember, because that's one of the things that I kind of repeat to myself, because it's literally one of those things that it's so easy to forget the hard times, man. Once we get through it, we forget, man. We make it past those nights when we were praying, crying out, and we get to the other side and we just completely forget all that we've been through. Sometimes you need to remember to remember. So now we're going to ask ourselves, how does faith help us in our healing? How does faith help us in our healing? One of the main ways that faith helps us in our healing is it builds our self-confidence. Think about that. If you're confident within yourself, you feel like you can do it all, right? If you're confident in yourself, these challenges that approach you, you're looking at them like, oh, just another one? Oh, I got that. All right, boom. Watch this. And you move about. You figure out how you're going to move through it, and you move through it. Even if you don't have the plan, you just keep moving. Keep walking, that compound theory. Keep building, one step at a time, one block at a time, one page at a time, one letter at a time, one breath at a time. Yes, I felt like that was a moment to take a breath. For sure. So like I said, we're talking about healing. This is all connected to healing. And self-confidence is a huge part of healing, because you begin to trust yourself. You begin to love yourself. And you begin to eliminate all of those things that you used to put in front of yourself, or at least just push them to the side and allow you to flourish the way you need to. Allow your wings to spread the way they need to spread. You dig? So that's one way. Another way is, the way that we're talking about healing, is by trusting that everything is connected to our purpose. Now, for me, when I understood that I had a purpose, it was like everything that I've been through was ordained. It was signed off. Everything that I'm going to go through was going to be okay, because I have a reason to be here. My life was worth something. And you have a reason to be here. You were gifted with this life just like I was. You were gifted with a gift, one that I don't have. You were uniquely made for this moment in this time right now. And that is a part of the healing, because it gives us that momentum, gives us the courage and the strength, you know? Kind of helps us walk stronger, walk with more oomph, with more confidence. You know how a lion walks? You know how a lion walks? They move with strength and confidence. They move with understanding of who they are in this realm, in this jungle, in this kingdom that they live in. They know who they are. And when you have faith and you build that self-confidence, you begin to walk in your purpose. You dig? Man, there's a beautiful quote that I got from a book by, I forgot what the book was, but the quote came from Emerson. The quote goes, the whole course of things goes to teach us faith. We need only obey. There is guidance for each of us. And by lowly listening, we shall hear the right word. Yeah, you hear that? He said, the whole course, everything you went through, everything you're going through, everything, the whole course, all of this shit, everything, all of it is meant to teach us faith. We need only obey. That means we don't have to overthink it. This is talking about alignment now. We don't have to overthink it. We don't have to write it out and forecast it to the T. And on November 24th, 2025, I am going to be in this room. That's not the way it goes. The whole course of things goes to teach us faith. Those people that know, y'all ones that are so stubborn that want to write out your whole year on a calendar 2 years in advance, and now you bumping into every obstacle that's throwing you off your goals and your so-called control. All of those things are put there to break you down, to make you obey. We need only obey. That means get in alignment. That means listen, tap into our intuition, get a little deeper and listen. That's when the next sentence comes. Because there's guidance for each of us. And by lowly listening, listening to the depths of ourselves, listening to the wind, listening to the signs, listening to the signals, the synchronicities of the universe, we shall hear the right word. So be it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's not difficult, man. We make it way more difficult than it has to be. You feel me? So now as we move forward, we talked about what the fuck is faith. Broke it down. It's an energy force. It's an emotion. It's the basis of all miracles. This is deeper than just blind belief. Now that we understand what faith really is, we know that this is an actual element. Then we break it down. How do we build that? Through the repetition, through repeating these slogans and these phrases and remembering to remember. I say it again. Remembering to remember builds our self-confidence, taps us into our purpose, and we begin to connect with our alignment, connect with our purpose. So I won't hold you too much longer, but I have a couple things that I want you to do. I need you guys to write some things down, and I want you to repeat them once a day or twice a day. I like to repeat things at night and then in the morning. They say that's a good technique to practice. So the first thing that I want you to write down is, everything that has happened to me has made me stronger. Have faith in that. Remove the guilt. Remove the victim mentality. Remove the guilt and remove the victim mentality and believe that everything that has happened to you has made you stronger. The second thing I would like you to write down is, everything that has happened is to move me towards my divine purpose. That goes into that, if by lowly listening, we shall hear the right word. But it also goes into exactly what faith is. Understanding that whatever's going on is moving us to our divine purpose, because we're here for a purpose. And as long as we fight it, we're gonna have more and more struggles until we get in line. It's not gonna be a easy walk in the park. It's never gonna be an easy walk in the park. But as soon as we understand that everything that we are going through is in accordance with divine purpose, to get us in alignment with our divine purpose, we're gonna be like, it's like the game Operation. You know the game Operation, right? The way you try to get the bone out, or you try to get whatever's out of the man, and when you hit the wall, you get the zing, you hear that little sound that makes you jump. But in life, man, your car might break down. You might go to prison. You might lose a friend. You could lose your life. God could tell you the game is over. You're not listening. You're not following divine order. You're not getting in alignment. Time to go. Let's go. Let's get them out of here. We'll start you over again in a few hundred years. You know what I mean? We'll make it hard for me. We'll send you over here to this other side of the world. You know, give you a new set of trials, and you're gonna get this right though. You're gonna get that right though. But you know, hopefully it doesn't take that much. Hopefully you listen before it gets too late. Third thing I would like you to write down: every challenge is only a test. It's not to kill you. It's not to kill you. It's not to finish you. Because if God wanted to finish you, if the universe was done with you, you'll be out of here. God wouldn't put you through some dramatic ass tests just for you to die at the end. You know what I mean? Like, there's different ways that people can go just like that. And it was just their time. So just understand, every challenge is only a test. These are things that's going to build your faith, have you looking at every situation and not being so traumatized and fearful of it, you know? And the last thing that I want to present, that I want you to write down is, God knows that I am better than my current circumstances. When you have faith that God knows that you're better than what you're doing right now, God knows that there's something greater for you, God knows that there's a higher level for you to reach, and this is not it, you start to give yourself that same understanding. You start to look forward to the growth. You start to anticipate the growth. You start to walk into the growth. You don't stay comfortable. So God knows that I am better than my current circumstances. Write these 4 things down. I would like for you to repeat them twice a day or once a day, however you feel, for 30 days. Just 30 days. I'm not asking you to do it for the rest of your life. Just 30 days, and watch how you develop your faith. You'll start to see that things are in alignment for you. Things are becoming clearer to you. The messages are not as static. You're not as confused. You're more certain. Your steps are more in tune with your intentions. You know which direction you're going to go. You start to find, like, okay, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here. You dig? Man, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I'm on this journey with you, tribe. I appreciate you, tribe. I give thanks to the universe. I give thanks to you for tapping in with me today on this last episode of The Will to Heal. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more things coming. This is only a 12 episode series. We're on episode 3 right now. So we're going to do 12 episodes on The Will to Heal. And the book is coming soon. The book is coming soon. I say, so be it. Let's call it Speak It Into Existence. The book is coming soon. We're doing big things over here at Evolutionary Enterprise. Shout out to the tribe again. And that is you. I love you. I love you. It's an honor. It's an honor to be here with you. Have a blessed journey. I'll see you soon. Peace.